Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope you're having a good day. 大家好，你们好吗？Last but not least, 欢迎。I'm gonna keep doing this until someone tells me to just drop it. Okay, so today we are going to learn a word, a character, Chinese character to be more specific, and it is a good word because it literally means good. Let's take a look. There we go. Today we're going to learn the usage of the Chinese character 好. We've dipped in this before. 好 means good. Okay, right? First, let's look at the character itself. If we divide it from the middle, from my left hand part, it is 女. The component is 女. It means female, woman, girl, lady, you can name it. And the right part of component, it is pronounced as 子, and it means son. So the origin of this Chinese character 好, I've heard of two ways of explanations, both are urban myths. The first one is I believe it kind of passed along from the long history of the Chinese generations. They say for a man's life to be good, to be 好, first you gotta have a 女, you gotta have a lady, and next you gotta have a 子, you gotta have a son. But normally now we're hearing more of the second way of explanation. It is all right. As many of you may have known, China had the longest time of implementing the policy of one child policy. It means to curb the population growth. It means for every family, every household, every couple, you can only have one child. You get fined if you have more than one. So, okay, but I assume not many of you have known that several years ago, the Chinese government have changed one child policy to two children policy because we're going into a very aging community, so they kind of want the young people to pop up more. So for two children policy means, of course, means every couple you now can have two children. So what does it have anything to do with this word 好? So that's is usually now how Chinese parents, like my parents' generation, what they use to persuade their son or daughter to have a second child. Because usually they would say, first you need a daughter, 女, and next you need a son, 子. So when you put 女 and 子 together, then your life will be good. Then your life will be 好. I personally heard it from my mother, and I'm pretty sure like ladies around my age back in China, they probably more likely than not have heard it from their parents. All right, so a little bit of the backstory to help you memorize how to write this word. You put 女 and 子 together, you get 好. All right, next up. 好, we've learned it can be used as an adjective. It means good or okay. So let's see some phrases. First, we have 你好吗? Means how are you? Oh, my battery is running low. Sorry about that. The second one is 我很好. I am very good. That's usually in answer to 你好吗? Means I'm fine, I'm good, I'm doing good. The third one, please read along if you wish to. This is a new one. 今天天气很好. 今天天气很好. Okay, what does that mean? Over here, we can see 今天 means today. 天气 means weather. So the whole sentence means Today the weather is good. It is good today. All right, next up. Let's see another example. 我的心情不好。我的, as we've learned before, means my. 心情 means mood. 不好, as we've learned before, it means not good. So, 我的心情不好。我的心情不好。It means I'm in a bad mood. All right, next up. We know how means good. So what's the opposite of good? Of course, first we have 不好, not good. But if you don't want to talk like a 3-year-old, we have another two addendum for you as the opposite of 好. First is 坏. And the second is 差. All right, we're going to talk about it a little bit more. They both mean bad, but 坏 means bad in more like in a general sense, while 差 means bad or means more almost like inadequate, like bad as in not meeting a certain criteria. Let's see these two examples. First one, 他是坏人. 人 means person, human, so he is a bad person. 他是坏人. The second sentence, let's see. 他的成绩很差. His grades are bad. So in the first sense, we probably should use 坏, because 坏 means bad in a general sense. The second one, his grades are bad. Doesn't mean like anything related to himself as like his personality or bad or anything. It just maybe his grade does not meet certain criteria. So we probably have to use 差. It means bad, but it usually means bad as in not enough to meet certain criteria. All right, let's move on. All right, since we are on the subject of saying 坏人, 坏人 means a bad person, then we should probably learn this little slang. It said 坏蛋, bad egg. Of course, it doesn't mean bad egg. 坏蛋, if you want to say this person is bad, a jack, I have to kind of mute myself on this one. So you can just say 坏蛋. It's more commonly used in China and in Mandarin. So 坏蛋, it means 坏人. And next up. So 好, aside from using 好 as an adjective, it can also be used as an adverb. It can mean greatly, because it makes sense, right? If 好 as an adjective means great. So of course, when it is used as an adverb, it can mean greatly. But I would personally think the more suitable translation here is like so. So if, okay, this is a funny one. If you say the first sentence, 你好坏. So it might confuse you at first, like you're good or bad, 你好 or 你坏. No, it means you are so bad. You are greatly bad. So 你好坏. The second sentence, let's see. 他好聪明. 聪明 means smart, brilliant. So 他好聪明, it means she is so smart. All right, next up, 好. Let's learn these three words that are very, very commonly used. 好看, first one. 看 means look. I'll let you guess what these means in a minute. The second one, 好听. 听 means listen or hear. The third one, 好吃. 吃 means eat. So can anybody guess what these words mean? Let's take a look. There we go. So 好看 literally means good to look at, means good looking. If you want to compliment a girl, you can say 你很好看. You are very good looking. A little bit too direct, but it works. The second one, 好听, good to listen to. We can use this to describe music, a tune, somebody's voice. It means pleasing to the ears. 好听. The third one, 好吃. I guess you pick up the rule by now. It's good to eat, means delicious, yummy. All right. Okay, so here's a wrap for today. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. And if you have a minute, don't forget to check our website and the Facebook page. And while you're at it, go over to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. We'll see you next week. 再见.